Hello everyone, welcome to the June product launch for Papercrafting Australia's Card of the Month kit and Crafternoon Box. My name is Tangi and I'm the owner and manager of Papercrafting Australia. So thank you for joining me for this launch. I've not put my funny face on camera tonight. I have quite a bit of mess in the background in my studio at the moment because we are moving house, and I've just done a massive week of posting out all of our last month's Crafternoon boxes and kits, so it's been a bit of a mess. Plus working my full-time job, I have absolutely trashed my studio, so it's not presentable tonight, but we are going to get in and have a look at all the amazing stuff that we've got coming up for you in our June kits. So I'm just making sure I've got my my Facebook feed up on some other device on my my iPad, so that I can check out when you've made comments and make sure I can respond. So if you do have any questions, by all means, sing out. Let us know that you're here. If somebody else in the chat can't answer it, I will get back to you at some point during the live and hopefully get around to answering that question for you. Hello, Tony Bensley. Thank you for joining us. It looks like I've gone live tonight at a good time that you finished work for the day. Hello, Sharon, Mum. How are you? Keeping busy. Hi, Ollie. How you going? Alrighty. Something tells me I should get this show on the road. So let's have a look at what we're going to be bringing out for this month's kit. Now, if you're new to Papercrafting Australia, or you're watching the replay of this later on when you're looking at purchasing a Card of the Month kit or a Crafternoon box, I'll go through with you what each of the options include. Card of the Month kit, it's kind of perfect for that person who really only has need for about 4 cards in a month. Doesn't have a lot of time to craft. We give you one tutorial that will go live during the month so that you can join in live, or you can watch the replay. And it is basically all of the bits and pieces that you need to put together those cards. Most of it is pre-cut for you. Your card bases are pre-scored. But there's no real tools or ink pads or any of those other kind of bits and pieces. They all come in the Crafternoon box. So the Crafternoon box, you'll often find that we include not only the ink pads, and you get a choice of the ink cube and or the ink pad, the larger size, but you also get some tools and bits and pieces, and as we go through, you'll see what we're getting in the June box. So hopefully it appeals to all of you, but the Crafternoon box is certainly for somebody who, you know, is able to spend a bit more time crafting or has need for more products, and wants to build that collection, and basically work along with us. So we do at least 4 cards a month. So we do 2 weekends where we do work on a couple of cards on both of those weekends. And then the other 2 weekends of the month, we do some 3-dimensional projects or some fancier cards or projects out of paper. So 4 tutorials for the month. They're normally on a Saturday afternoon. For those of you who are going to join me tomorrow, I'll let you know a little bit later in the session tonight. We're going to be a little bit later than normal for a very good reason. But let's get on with looking at what I know you guys are all keen as mustard to see. I just want to say hello to a couple of people in on our Facebook feed. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Judy. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Who have we got over on YouTube at the moment? Just Tony making comments there. That's right. Tony's in there, I think, on her lonesome, but she's all good. Alrighty, let's get stuck into it. So if you haven't seen them before, these are the Card of the Month kit envelopes that you will get your products in. I don't know what's happening with my camera at the moment. I can't see my live. I don't know what's happening. It's kind of frozen up a bit. That's okay. I'm sure it's hopefully it's working on your end. Oh, I know what's happened. Maybe my camera's gone to sleep. That's right. We'll see how we go. Tony's just gotten her May box and she's excited. Did you open it and have a peek, Tony? I mean, you kind of saw what was happening, so you know you should know what's in there. Hello, Lynn on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. And Janet's here. Hi, Janet. Okay, so card of the month kit. So it comes in this large envelope. It's quite rigid, and once we pack it full of all the goodies, it just fits through the slot that we send, that Australia Post make us post things in. Every month the label changes, so that starts to give you a little bit of hint about what we might be looking at this month. So for anybody who is the Crafternoon Box kind of person, whoopsie-daisy, throwing things all over the place. You will receive, and it's too big to fit on camera, but here's your box. It's a 13-inch square pizza box. So if you can imagine that this is a craft pizza full of crafty goodies, that's what your gear is going to come in. So you're going to get a big craft pizza. Hi, Jenny McGowan. Your May box arrived today, first one. I'm so looking forward to creating with it. Yeah, we're looking forward to having you on board. I'm sure all the ladies and gents that join us in our online tutorials and in our Facebook and YouTube lives will make you feel right at home. And yeah, we look forward to seeing what you create as well. So what I'll go through, so these are the papers that we're going to have in the June box and kits. Boxes and kits. I've just had dinner, I can't talk. So we're going to get, for those in the Crafternoon box, you're going to get the 12 by 12 inch sizes. For those of you with card of the month kits, you will get cut down versions that are going to make 5 by 7 inch greeting cards. So I've just kind of made an executive decision from June onwards that card of the month kit will be 5 by 7 inch cards, and Crafternoon box you'll be doing A6 size cards. Part of that is just how much material we can fit in, and you know how it's all going to work for you. Hello, cards made by Wendy. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Excellent. So the first piece of card that you're going to get in your kits, whichever way you go, is some of this Couture Creations photographic black cardstock. This has been coming out in the kits for quite a while now, and people are saying they love it. It's very, very smooth and robust. So it's a bit of wobble board, quite weighty. So that is coming out. For those of you who receive the card of the month kit, you will get this cut down into border sizes, so it'll fit nicely size-wise between the size of your card front and your patterned paper or background that you make for your card. So that's your Couture Creations photographic black. And just to mention, most of this stuff is also available through our online store as well. So if you have previously gotten something in a kit or a box that you like and you want to get some more, you can absolutely grab that from our store. It's papercraftingaustralia.com. It does not have the AU, but we are based in Melbourne, Australia. Just want to say hi to Carol. Carol, thank you for joining us on Facebook. So that's your black cardstock. You're also going to receive some of the smooth white, and I'm just going to sneak into one of the next colours. This is the smooth white cardstock from Kaiser Craft. So for Crafternoon box people, you'll get a full 12 by 12 sheet. Those of you in the card of the month kit, you will actually get, these will be your mats, your writing mats that you can put inside your cards so that you've got something clean to write on and easy to write on, you know, contrasting color wise, rather than trying to write on some of these card based colors which get quite dark. So that's white. Now we're getting into the fun stuff that I know everybody wants to see. So our cardstock colors for the month of June, we have this beauty which we have had before in the February kit. This is lipstick. It's just such a vibrant color. I absolutely love it. We've also got canary. So this is your yellow. I have got periwinkle, which I know our friend Carrie will absolutely love because purple is Carrie's favourite colour ever. So Carrie really loved the March box because it was all about purple. And the final colour is this beautiful aqua colour, which is called Mermaid. So we've got 4 colours of cardstock. These are the 4 colours here. Now the Kaiser Craft Weave cardstock has this lovely, see if I can get my camera to focus on it. You might be able to see it's got just a little bit of like a linen type pattern through it, which is really, really gorgeous to play off with your pattern papers and things like that. So everyone is going to get a full sheet of these cardstocks, 12 by 12 inches in the Crafternoon box, or a 5 by 7 inch card base, pre-cut, pre-scored if you're getting the card of the month kit. Next reveal. This is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterned paper. Oh, my thing's gone to sleep again. Wakey, wakey. I did not turn off my my camera going to sleep today. Silly, silly, silly. That's because I was rushing from dinner. So this is the beautiful 6 by 6 inch paper from Paper Rose. So it's the plaid and watercolour mix. So that we don't have to keep wiggling this around because it shines off the camera. This is the actual paper. So you're going to get 12 sheets. So this is sort of half a pack. So we do share it out between 2 customers. Sometimes it's 3 customers, depending on how often the patterns are repeated in the packs. And we do that so that we can give you more in your kits. You can try things. You don't have to use up a whole entire pack if you are not so inclined. If you don't really enjoy the paper this month, you don't have to then go through a whole bunch of it. So I'm just going to lay these ones out for you just so that we can see just all the various, I feel like it's like Granddad's hanky drawer that I've just gone through. But they're really, really lovely. Like on their own, they're quite gaudy. But with some of the projects that I've seen with them and some of the projects that I've done, but they're going to coordinate with so many things and bits and pieces. So I really loved it, and I love that we can use it for more projects and more cards that we can give to the men in our lives and not have them kind of be like, yep, thanks for that, it's got flowers all over it. But also it's again very unisex, a nice plaid kind of pattern. Now I'm going to scoop these up because I am going to show you they are double-sided. So what's on the other side? And I think we're going to get a lot of thumbs ups and a lot of love emotes after this one. So the back of these, now remembering that the pack was called Plaid and Watercolour Mix. So here we go, guys. Look at these and you'll start to figure out why I've chosen the cardstock colours that I've chosen this month. So these are all watercolour kind of patterned, but in these gorgeous, gorgeous, vibrant colours. They do coordinate very nicely with even like this, that lime green with this kind of plaid. Absolutely beautiful. How's that pink? Ah. So you'll see this one, this one, this one, and this green one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones, actually not that green one, this one, are the ones that I've matched up for us with our beautiful cardstock for the month. Kind of try and put it in the right order would be probably a little bit more helpful. So these are going to kind of just work in really well with those. That's where I got my inspiration from with all these colours, and that's how I chose the colours in the cardstock for this month. So that is what we've got to work with. So I don't really think we're going to have any trouble working with this side of the card or this side. It's just everything's going to match up perfectly. And Paper Rose in Adelaide have done such a great job of being able to, even with some of these colours on the back, you've got this green, but then you can fit it in with that plaid quite nicely. You've got your reds and you can go complementary, or you can just go completely bonkers, and it's all going to match in and look really, really lovely. So we are going to have a lot of fun. So we're going to have a lot of fun with those. I'm happy that you're all oohing and ahhing, and I think this is going to be one of those boxes that people are just like, I can't wait to get my hands on this. So these pattern papers, 12 double-sided pattern papers, both the kits and the boxes, you're going to get one set of these. So it's half a set of the normal pack, but we don't want you you know, clogging up your craft rooms with papers endlessly that you're never going to get to the end of. But we do want you to have some variety. So in the kits and boxes, you are also going to get 4 white envelopes. Now these will be A6 envelopes for Crafternoon Box and 5x7 inch envelopes for the Card of the Month kit. So that's those. And for both subscriptions, we're also going to throw in a pack of these Kaiser Craft rhinestones. And this is the ice blue colour. So I just kind of tried to go with something that might fit in with those colours, but that wasn't those colours, because I know we've had pink ones before, we've had purple ones before. So these putting in some blue, just another colour to add to the wonderful rainbow of colours that we've got to work with this month. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. I hope you're having a swell evening. Thank you for joining us. Okay, turn this camera back on again. Oh dear. Now, usually, and in the past for kits, we have received some Gina K inks. So we've got the craft ink that came in January. We've got Passionate Pink that came in February. We've got Wild Lilac that came in March. And we've got the Obsidian Amalgam ink that came in last month. This month, April. Where am I? We're nearly at the end of April. Now we do have, and I don't know where mine's gone. Oh, it's probably in its box. But we've also got the green apple mint that is in the May box, which everyone has just started receiving. So these are the inks that you normally get. So ink cube size or full size ink pad if you have chosen that as the option on your subscription. So there's a $5 difference between the ink cubes and the main ink pads. But those colours will all work with the colours that we're working with this month. Now, if your Card of the Month kit, the following doesn't apply to you. So if you're Crafternoon Box inclined, this is what is going to come in your kit for this month. We are getting this cute little Paper Rose Halo shadow die, and I want to show you, so this is an A6 size card. I just want to show you just a couple of little samples that I did earlier. So this is the size that they are, so they're quite small, but they also on their own, imagine that with a pretty background that you've created or some beautiful pattern paper, just the right amount size-wise. And of course, there's a million color combinations that you can do. So it's got the scripty writing, and I've put this one on because it's coming up on camera, it looks like there's no background. So it's got the script font as a die on its own, and then it's got the background die for if you want the bubbly kind of background. So that's your script, obviously reversed, and then your bubble background that'll cut the backing. So these are absolutely fantastic. They've got a big range of these, lots of different words. They've got thanks, they've got happy birthdays. We are going to be popping some more of these in kits later in the year, so keep an eye out. But I really liked just a little hello. It's kind of cute. So that's going to come in your kits this month. Boxes, I should say. What else is coming in? Okay, so this month, instead of an ink pad with a colour, we're actually going to be bringing in a new technique. It's not new to the world, but it's new to Crafternoon Box land. So we are bringing in embossing powder. So this is a super fine, clear embossing powder. We are also going to, because you're going to kind of need to not get it stuck to all of your projects, we're going to bring you a little embossing bag. So this is just a little bag filled with cornstarch, and it helps to anti-static your cardstock so that when you go to put your embossing ink and your embossing powder on, it's not going to get stuck where you don't want it. So we're going to show you how to use this. Now, to facilitate this, we are popping in an embossing ink pad. It's a clear embossing ink pad. So this is going to go into all of the kits. So whether you are an ink cube or an ink pad subscriber, you're going to get the larger size of the ink pad. For this, the Couture Creations one is the only size that you can get it in. You can't get it in an ink cube size. And when we went to order these to make sure we had enough for this month's boxes, Gina K unfortunately was clean out of embossing and watermarking ink. So we've had to go with a little bit of a substitute, but it will still work absolutely perfectly. Now to add to this, because obviously the ink cube and the ink pad boxes are $5 in difference. So what we've been able to add to your orders, for those of you who are ink pad subscribers and pay the slightly higher fee each month, you're going to get a Couture Creations embossing ink pen. So an embossing ink pad, basically, you know, you can't. It's big, it's cumbersome, and it is going to you know, be useful when you're using it on stamps. However, when you want to do that really fine detail, or you want to personalize somebody's project or card, perhaps you want to emboss their name, or you want to write a particular sentiment and then emboss it, you can use this pen. So it has just a clear tip, it's got clear ink in it, it's the sticky embossing ink, same as what's on the ink pads. So you'll be able to write whatever you like and then emboss it. You can draw with it, anything you want to do. That's your little baby. Now, if you are an ink cube subscriber and you've decided, holy wow, I want this, frozen up again. Here we go. Sorry guys, I should have really gotten my stuff organized way before today, but dinner came late and I downed a salmon and veggies very, very quickly tonight before coming live. So sorry. It always happens on one of mine where I don't do things and get myself organized. But yes, if you're an ink cube subscriber and you cannot live without one of these, I have put them up. Normally they would be $6 on their own. I've put them up on the website today as one of the subscription add-ons that you can pop in. So for those of you who have subscribed with us before and used it, you can select from a bunch of products that are available on our website. If you go to papercraftingaustralia.com and click on the tab on the top right that says add-ons, there's a bunch of products that you can add to your next Crafternoon Box order, space permitting and things like that. But most of them are fairly small, and as long as you're not ordering 400 sheets of cardstock, then it should fit with the other products in your next one. So you can pop those all into a shopping cart, and if you use the code NEXTBOX, all as one word, no space between, so just NEXTBOX, we'll waive the shipping on it because you're going to get this put into your next order. So you just have to wait till your next Crafternoon box comes out, and if you go and order it before the deadline for the June box, then we can pop this in and you'll have both the ink pad and the pen in your box for June ready to go. So that is what the next box saga is all about. So what I need to tell you about these kits and the ordering process is that these are only on sale until the end of day, so midnight, on the 6th of May, or unless they sell out earlier. So if you are after one of the Crafternoon boxes or paper card of the month kits, jump on to papercraftingaustralia.com and secure yours before they disappear. We only have a few extras each month that we have available on top of those that have already ordered. So subscribers, you're safe. Your orders are basically spoken for. You'll be recharged on the 7th, so you don't have to worry about missing out on a box. But if you're new to us, the 6th of May is your deadline. Okay, now if you've got any questions about how things work, about what we've got in front of you, anything that I haven't made particularly clear, please jump into the chats on YouTube or Facebook. Pop a question there, I'll see it come up and I will be able to run you back through. Now with the projects that we're going to be doing for Crafternoon Box, I know you're all always wanting to know, we are going to do some basic embossing. We are going to do some backgrounds with watermarking, so again with the embossing ink pads. slightly different technique because you don't need the embossing powder for that. We're going to do an emboss resist technique. So for that, you guys are going to need at least one ink pad. You're going to need a blending brush or one of the sponge daubers, like what came in one of our previous kits. And for our embossing, you're going to need a heat tool. Now, we do have heat tools that we are popping up on the shop. I think I'll do that tonight, that we have access to. So I'll pop those in. They won't be in the add-ons section because they are too big to fit in the Crafternoon Box boxes. If you don't have a heat tool, you will be able to use a hairdryer. It is a little bit tricky so that you don't blow the powder off your page. So there's a few tricks, but we will go through that in the tutorials if you get absolutely stuck and can't order a heat tool between now and then. So I think that's all I need to tell you. Oh, no, I forgot to tell you the fourth project. The fourth project that we're going to do after we've done all this embossing and watermarking is one of our cards we are going to make this month for June is a shutter fold card. So, you know, you might want to Google it. You might want to let it be a surprise, but we are going to make one of those. So just something very, very different to just a standard card that we have done before. Oh, Tony, thank you for the letters. Yeah, I'm glad you got them. I denied about colours. So for those who are clearly in the dark, Tony Tony ordered some of our monogrammed letters that we are doing this weekend in our April Crafternoon Box. She's ordered some extra ones for her Ma and Pa's 80. Actually put a photo of those up when she's finished so we can see how great they came out. But she asked me to do some neutral colours that were preferably greys, not browns or bright colours that we'd done in the other offers, and she's happy with the results. So it's always scary when you send something to someone and you're like, oh, it's for such an important occasion and I just hope I've got this right. So that's really good to hear. Thank you, Tony. But I've got one other thing. Please keep questions and comments coming through if you have any. But I do have one last thing to remind you all about, and that is our biggest Crafternoon tea, raising money for the Cancer Council that we are going to be hosting online on Saturday, the 29th of May at 3:30 in the afternoon. So it'll be straight after one of our Crafternoon Box tutorials. So you'll get to hear me talk crazy because I will have talked myself silly already in the tutorial. But it is, we're going to be making the gorgeous daffodils, the crepe paper daffodils that you see in the image that's on screen. So there is a kit that you can purchase from our website. Again, it's papercraftingaustralia.com. They're on the front page, so you can't miss it. The kit will allow you to make 4 of these daffodils, so they'll look really really lovely in a tiny little vase. Well, not too tiny, they're actually quite big. But, you know, 4 of them clustered into a vase, or you can pop one individually and give them to a couple of people. Out of that $25 kit, $10 of it will be going to the Cancer Council. I'm not making anything out of these. This is going straight to it's going straight to the Cancer Council. So any money that we make, it's going there. If you are not in a position to buy a kit and participate, then you know, but you can pop in $2. Every dollar counts. You can get some more information from our website about how you can go about donating that way. Hello, Linda Hum. Sorry you're late. That's all right. I will be seeing you tomorrow and I'll smack your bottom then. Biggest Crafternoon tea kits, they do close for orders on the 12th of May, and that's so that we've got a couple of weeks to actually get them prepped and sent out to you and make sure they arrive in time. We're going to be running some games, some online games, and there'll be some prizes. So please, do what you can to be part of that. I've got some decorations that the Cancer Council have sent to me. So if you're going to be hosting a little Crafternoon tea at home with a couple of friends, maybe you've got 3 friends and each of you will make a daffodil out of one kit. That's perfectly fine. Join the fun. Introduce your friends to the crazy that we do with paper crafting. This is going to be a really completely different project to any of the ones that we do with Crafternoon Box. So it's going to be super, super fun. But on to just the final thing that I need to say to people who are part of Crafternoon Box and we'll be expecting a tutorial at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We won't be on until about 8 o'clock at night. So I'll do another 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, this is because tomorrow morning I have a very important meeting, or we have a very important meeting with our builder to go through and have a look at our cabinetry, which has just been installed this week, and the painting that has been done. I already know from looking in some windows last weekend that there's a few things that are not right, so that's going to be a bit of a schmozzle. But that's the least of my concerns, because tomorrow afternoon we are going to the lovely Linda Hum. We're going to her house because we're going to celebrate her birthday, which is on Sunday. So we're celebrating a day early so that she can just hang with the fam on Sunday. So if everyone can send a really cool shout out to Linda, happy birthday for Sunday. So I'll be there in the afternoon. I'm going to be eating fairy bread, so hopefully that gives me the stamina to get through to an 8 o'clock live. And we're going to be finishing the Crafternoon box for April and completing our layered monogram letters. So that is what we're going to be doing. Family dinner is definitely more important. Yes, I'm glad you did your family dinner tonight, Linda. So that is basically all from me for today. So thank you once again for joining me. Just a reminder, we've got Crafternoon Box and Card of the Month kit orders closing on the 6th of May for new subscribers. We have resubscribing, those charges will come out on the 7th. If you are wanting to upgrade your kit and get yourself an embossing ink pen as well as the ink pad because you're an InkCube subscriber, jump on the website papercraftingaustralia.com, click on the add-ons menu in the top right hand side and order yourself an ink pen. It's $1 off up until the 7th, so after that they'll go up to $6. They're $5 at the moment. And don't forget the Crafternoon tea. So if you want to jump in, order yourself a kit, they are also on our website at papercraftingaustralia.com. But thank you for joining me. Super excited about this kit and the colours that are in it, the plaid and the watercolour. So lots to get excited about for this one. I mean, I kind of get really excited about something that's 2 months away. I know I've got to get through 5 tutorials, 4 with the Crafternoon box and 1 with Card of the Month kit before then. And there's lots of exciting stuff in the May kit. So, you know, that's all great. But yeah, now I've got to wait to play with these beautiful colours. But the wait is always worth it. And it's nice to get the hype. Linda, the lolly cake has been made. I hope you didn't make it yourself. You can't make your own cake, Linda. But I do love your lolly cake, so that's really awesome. Any friend of me is considered special. Well, not any of them, just the good ones. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody once again for joining me. I'm going to sign off for now. If you've only just caught the back end of this, you can go back and restream it on YouTube. So just look up Papercrafting Australia. Crafternoon Box people, I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Look forward to seeing all of your wonderful orders come through. Don't forget to keep posting photos to our Facebook page just to show us what you're creating at home, even if it's not something that you've done through Crafternoon Box or Card of the Month kit. We're a good community. We all like to share. We like to see different ideas and inspire each other. So join in on in posting photos and things like that. But thank you once again for joining us. See you all very, very soon. Goodbye.